What's up, everybody? It's your boys back live at Diamond Hour Studios. I'm Paper Chase.
And I'm the one and only Diamond Don wannabe, and we got a little treat for you guys today. We're doing something totally new, totally different. That's not true. I've reacted to, I think, one song from Sleep Token, and it was at like the request of somebody when I was doing a live stream.
So it's kind of hard. You don't really remember it.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah. I have never, ever heard Sleep Token. I was just telling you, I have a couple of friends who are like, bro, the best band in the whole entire world is Sleep Token.
It's one of those things where it's got like a cult following because I've heard a bunch of people say that. They're just like, they're so amazing. And I think there's like this air of mystery where the members are like not known. So they're doing that kind of.
Oh, I love when bands do that, man.
Yeah.
It's
So
cool.
Yeah. But you guys know more than we do. Like we're literally, babies, just like little infants just crawling around in the Sleep Token world. So we don't know anything about it. Is that true? Am I capping? Is this lies and falsehoods, or is it actually something where there's like an air of mystery? I thought it was this deal where they were like trying to guess, like, oh, I think it's like this member of this band, like one of those scenarios.
Yeah, I literally know absolutely nothing about them.
Mhm.
I know that they're huge. I know that they're either rock or metal of some sort. But that's
Okay.
literally the depths of my knowledge. So
Well, here you go.
check it out.
First time reaction. Sleep Token, the summoning. Let's summon the video.
Summoning. Nice, dude.
I've got a river running right into you. I've got a blood trail red in the blue. Something you say or something you do. A taste of the divine. You got my body, flesh and bone, yeah. The sky above, the earth below. Raise me.
All right. So I had no idea what to expect coming into this. First off, I'll start out by saying I absolutely fucking love it. I really do. This is great. This is sick. But like something about that first part, when they were singing and all the highs were coming in, it was like transcending, bro. It sounded like something. It was really hard to put like any type of genre to it. Obviously, this is like rock, metal.
See, I was
whatever,
going to
but-
ask you about that because you have like a much deeper knowledge of like metal and like rock in general and all the little subgenres than I do, emo, all the, different genres. And so I was going to ask you like where this falls in that category or if it's something different because his vocals to me just like stood out as being like, yo, this is different. This is interesting. The way that he's like singing this and just like melodically how it sounds, it's painting like this picture and this like kind of like, I don't know if operatic is the right word, but it's just like building in a different way than some of the other, stuff that we've reacted to. And like I said, I'm still a baby at a lot of the rock stuff, but to me, I'm like, hey, this seems like different. Like
it's definitely like very, very epic sounding. Like it almost sounds like angelic in a weird, in a really weird way. Like I don't know if that's the right word, but I mean, I'm only 2 minutes in, so I can't like put it into a subgenre, but I almost would be confident enough to say that like it's kind of its own.
Yeah.
style and genre, like, and that's probably why they are so big, because they do take elements of, you know, metal and, you know, some of this like more symphonic
Mhm.
rock and blend it all together in a way that, I mean, I personally haven't really ever heard be done before. So
Well, let's
Yeah.
see where it goes.
let's go.
Mighty flesh and bone, the sky above, the earth below. You've got my body, flesh and bone, the sky above, the earth below.
The song is definitely taking us on a journey.
Dude, absolutely.
know?
I'm pretty like mesmerized right now with, and it just, and
When
it,
that first like drums came in, it's just like, and then the guitar riff. Now it's like,
Mhm.
you know, and the little interludes in between where it kind of slows down.
Yeah, that one little instrumental breakdown with the guitar where it was
Mhm.
kind of, it almost sounded like, you know, like 80s rock or like 70s, like, so, you know, like some really, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like you're going through space when you were listening to it. It was
Mhm.
really, really cool. I mean, we're only 3 minutes, 48 seconds in. I get it. I get why they're as big as they are. They're absolutely incredible.
crazy.
Bro, okay, yeah, I'm like kind of completely shocked, taken off guard, amazed. You know, I don't even know what to think, dude.
It's so funny because I was about to pause it. Like right at that last part, there was like that like melodic, like almost piano part. And I was gonna pause it and say something, but you know, I try not to pause it too much, let the song flow. But at the moment, I was thinking like the reason I wanted to pause it because I was like, you know, so much of music nowadays is very formulaic. Whether it's like, you know, your typical pop music, your rap music, you know, EDM. You hear the first minute and you kind of know where the song's going to go. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I've heard the chorus now. I kind of know what the first verse is. You know, there's
You know,
probably
the
going to
chorus is
be
gonna come back. you
yeah,
know,
there's
the
probably going to be,
bridge.
you know, a bridge, there's going to be, you know, melodic part, and then there's going to be a drop. But, you know, it's like there's these certain things where it's still a good song and it's enjoyable, but you kind of know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, regardless, it's still a vibe. You know, there'll be some little spice that's thrown in here and there, but it's fairly predictable.
Yeah.
And especially if you're like a music connoisseur, you know, you listen to music a lot, you kind of know what's coming, and that's fine. There's great, you know, it's like I like to order the same thing over and over again at certain restaurants. I know what I'm going to
The
get.
amount of
I
times
know
this
it's
guy
going to be
eats
great.
pokey, dude.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly. You know, but with this song, you know, that's why I wanted to pause it because I was just going to say, like, I don't know where this is going to go. Like, based on where the song has gone so far, I have no idea with the 2 minutes remaining how it's going to finish. And I would not have expected that. If you would have said, "Hey, $1 million or gun to your head," you know, where do you think how are they going to close it out? That would not have been my guess whatsoever.
Yeah, my guess would have been like some really hard breakdown because honestly, like
Yeah.
most songs, they progressively build up. This song like had such a weird path to it. Like it started out really heavy, it went to screams, it went angelic, melodic, then they slowed it down. They kind of brought us down to a different, you know, brought my heart rate down,
Yeah.
my brain to a different thinking, and then it just hits us with like this almost. This is gonna sound bad. I don't hope nobody takes this in the wrong way, but like radio sound, like so good. Like
Yeah,
it sounded like it could have been like if that was how the whole song was structured, the ending right there, that could be like a radio hit.
Exactly. My thought was like it almost reminded me of like The Weeknd or something. That kind of like
Bruno
dark.
Mars is what I was thinking.
Yeah, like this kind of dark, brooding, like pop song. You know what I mean? Where it's
Mhm.
still got that kind of edge to it, but you know, it's a pop song. And to your point, like with the way that it started, I was thinking like, okay, now because of the setup, it's gonna end with some like thrashing, like hard, you know. This is like, you know, it's taking us on a journey through peaks and valleys. You know, we're down in the valley and it's gonna finish up with this like, you know, hard, you know, drums, guitar, some screaming. Nope, it completely switched it, and I was like, "Damn, this is almost like some sexy R&B type of, you know, vibe."
I feel like that. I mean, in the beginning, you know, some of the ways that their songs were structured and the way that, you know, their guitar riffs and just the singing, the way they harmonized it and it, you know, making it sound so angelic, like that was good enough already to make them stand out and be an incredible band. But to structure the song this way and have the breakdown in the middle and then end with that's what really separates like a good band to like a one of a kind,
Great.
like remarkable band. You
And the
know?
other thing is too is like I do remember that the other song I listened to, I almost think there was like some rap. That's how long it's been because it was like a side note where somebody's like, "Hey, $2 in the super chat, react to this," like 3 years ago, and I was like, "This is a really good song." I feel like there was some rap or something in it, but the point I was going to make, the broader point, is that a lot of times I feel when people do mashups of music, sometimes what you end up having is like two different style of music that they're not great at either. It's like they're okay band with like okay rap lyrics mushed together, and it's like, oh, this is dope. It's like rap and rock, but it's like
They don't. Neither of them stand out. We're like, this is my favorite rapper. This is my favorite
yes,
rock
exactly.
band.
Where
Yeah.
it's like not quite the best. Whereas like the musicianship and the way that it transitioned to me, I was like, okay, they're excellent musicians. The way that it ended, the production is top notch. Singing is great. Like all of it just blended together versus it just being like mushed together and it kind of being
Yeah.
like, oh, that was cool. They did something different
Yeah.
by blending a couple different styles. It's like, no, this is actually like good.
That was
all those styles that were mixed together. So super enjoyable track. Yeah, let us know. We're like I said, we're both little babies just crawling through the sleep token world.
I love how you can't say like, hey, we're just new to this. We're ignorant to sleep token. You're like, we're little babies crawling, looking for our mom's teat. Like, you know, you have to
exactly.
say-
Give us the sleep token teat. What should we get next?
But yeah, guys, seriously, we don't know much about them. And honestly, now I am 100% diving deeper into Sleep Token. I feel like we just opened up a rabbit hole that I'm going to.
We
get
just opened
sucked
up a
into.
portal to hell.
I mean, basically.
I don't know.
I do know a lot of people, like I've seen, like one of my friends posted like a reel at like
Okay.
a Sleep Token concert. And I didn't really watch it, but I saw like one of the hashtags she put was like Sleep Token worship. And so
Ooh.
I feel like, you know, they have this, they do have, when
That's one thing I know. I feel like they have a cult following. People love them.
yeah, like an actual cult.
And
like
and
a
I'm
cult.
getting an understanding of
Yeah.
like why that is, because yeah, again, it's like it's hard in our era with so much music coming out, so much to choose from, to really do something different. And then you know, a lot of people I feel like are trying to do something different, but they don't do it well. So
Yeah.
like they were able to, you know, surprise us.
They
So,
did that really, really well. It was a great song. Let's definitely check out some more Sleep Token. But until then, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. And you know what? Hit that subscribe button. Join us on our journey to discover new music like Sleep Token. We can discover it together.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Now, if you're super impatient and you don't want to wait for the content because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to record and it's just going to sit in the bank, in our content bank, and it's going to rest there until we're ready to release. It could be a week, 2 weeks, a month. Hey, if you want to get it early, join our members only page. And, you know, the great thing about that is that we read through all the comments in there. And so if there's something that you want us to react to, you're like, oh, you got to listen to this. You're going to be at the top of the list to be able to be heard and seen.
That's right. That is true. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Peace.